She is red, hair is slicked and sweaty and gross, but the endorphins are high. Got the coffee, so it is a good morning. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Bianca. If not, welcome back to another video. I just went and did one of my CrossFit cross-training workouts. I hadn't done one since before we left for Mexico, so definitely kicked my butt a little bit, but it was good. It's honestly, I have to say, it is my favorite type of workout. Like the combination of doing a little bit of like strength and some like power barbell exercises at the beginning just to feel like strong and powerful, and then finish off with like 20 minutes or whatever of like higher intensity cardio where you're just like grinding, you're just pushing and like doing every like a couple of reps you're like, oh my god, I can't anymore, and then you do a couple more and you're like, oh, okay, no, that was good, I was able to, and then you move on to the next exercise, and it's just so empowering because you always feel like you're gonna die and then you don't die. You keep going and it's good. But anyways, so love it. And start exercising, even though it might feel hard, even though it might feel so just your reminder to move your body, to get some endorphins flowing, get your heart rate up, work your muscles, get a good sweat in. Like that's where our bodies crave, that's what our bodies need, and you will always feel so much better regardless of whether you're in the best mood, not in the best mood, good energy, not so good energy. You always feel better afterwards. Just made a Starbucks pit stop, and I just tried the new cold brew caramel cinnamon. Really good. So what I did to make it lower calories, so this reduces the calories by quite a lot. So normally in the foam they have 2 pumps of caramel, and then in the drink they have 2 pumps of vanilla. So I did 1 pump of caramel in the foam, and then I did the 2 pumps, I did sugar-free vanilla instead. So that reduces, like that's 3 full pumps less of sugar, which is phenomenal, because otherwise this is, I think, a 250 calorie drink, which is quite a lot. So this brings it down probably around the 100 range, probably around there. So just a good way to change it up if you want to try it, because it really is a tasty drink. So actually, I just realized that I haven't eaten anything yet today. I was kind of convinced that I had breakfast, or at least a snack, but I didn't because I was rushing this morning. So we're actually going to do the full day of eating today. We're going to track everything, see where my calories end up, and see where my protein ends up. I want to aim for around 135 to 140 grams of protein. So let's see how we make that happen. Grabbing the handy dandy food scale, which is a must if you want to accurately track. If you want all the effort and the time that you put into it to actually be worthwhile, I highly recommend a scale, measuring cups, measuring spoons, approximations. It just doesn't cut it. So food scale, plenty on Amazon, like under $20, so very affordable. I do not think that my breakfast is going to surprise anyone. We're gonna make protein oatmeal. So I'm gonna start, I'm going to actually weigh it out, because oatmeal is one of those things that it's really misleading. Like if you read the serving size, it says a 1/3 cup is 30 grams, and every single time that I put a 1/3 cup on the scale, it's actually closer to 45 grams. So I'm going to weigh it so that I know more accurately what I'm actually going to be tracking. I'm gonna go with 45 because I'm hungry, so, but at least I know that I'm not gonna track just a third of a cup. So 45 grams, that's been added. For my coffee, because I did edit it, it's gonna be a little bit of an estimation because I don't know exactly what this evens out to with the corrections, like the adjustments that I put in. So I'm going to put in instead the sweet cream cold brew, which is 110 calories. So I'm assuming what I got is closer to that than to the original, like 250 calories, because I reduced 3 pumps worth of sugar, which is a pretty good amount. So I'm going to put that, so that'll be my estimation for my coffee. All right, now on to the protein. So I almost always do a scoop and a half instead of just a scoop in my oatmeal, because it just starts my day off with more protein, so I have to think about it a little bit less later in the day. So 1 full scoop and a half, like, yeah, a nice half. I'm doing the brown sugar oatmeal from Beam today, which is, I would have to say it's my favorite. Is it your favorite? Or is it cinnamon? Sugar? Yeah. It's the greatest protein I've ever had in my life. Yeah, this is that good. It is really pretty wild. So if any supplement ever I think is worth it, is this. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna mix this up. I also make my oatmeal mostly with water. I know that milk is good, it can add more flavor, whatever, but to me, the like extra little difference in flavor that milk versus water might add is not worth for me the extra 50 to 100 calories. So I just add more boiling water until the texture gets to where I want it to. And if you have a good protein powder like Beam, then even with just water, like it's not chalky. It actually has a great texture, a great flavor. So it's not an issue, but I do know that some vegan proteins, and sometimes even some whey proteins, honestly, they're just not as good. Milk can really help with texture and flavor, but for this one, it's really, really not an issue. Like it's super, super, super creamy even with just water. So that right there, like I said, saves me 50 to 100 calories. Then I'm gonna add some blueberries, which once again, I'm going to weigh 55 grams of blueberries, and then I'm going to add like 3/4 of a banana because I'm gonna give the rest to Milo because he likes bananas. Cowboy, sit. Yum. There's Mr. Milo. Okay. Sit. High five. Oh no, no, sir. High five. Milo, high five. Yeah. Oh, again. Milo, high five. Oh, he's very excited. High five. Milo, high five. Yes, you had it. Just too excited by the banana. Okay, it is past lunchtime and I'm really, really hungry, but I'm still waiting for my groceries to get here. So that they should be here in 4 minutes, and then I'm gonna make myself a lunch. But before that, I'm gonna have a little snack because like I said, I'm starving. So these Baby Bells, the blue light ones, for one, it's 50 calories with 5 grams of protein. So if I have 2, that's 100 calories, 10 grams of protein right here. So honestly, like, if you don't necessarily want to spend money on protein bars, or you haven't found a protein bar that you like, but you feel like you need more protein to your day, if you have 4 of these in a day, that's 200 calories, 20 grams of protein, which is better than most protein bars will give you anyway. So if you're not lactose intolerant, this is actually a really good way to get extra protein. So just with this here, let me add them in and see what I'm at for the day. So if I go, with breakfast, so my breakfast, including my coffee, was 579 calories and 40 grams of protein, which is really good because again, a scoop and a half of the protein powder. So now I'm gonna add these in snacks. So now I have 52 grams of protein and I'm at 679 calories, which is really good. Off to a good start with that. So I'm gonna munch on these. And then when my groceries get here, hopefully very, very soon, I'm going to have 2 pieces of toast with 2 eggs. I'm going to add cottage cheese on my toast for extra protein. And I also have either some turkey or some ham slices in the fridge. Once again, a little bit more protein. So that right there, I think is definitely gonna give me close to 30 grams of protein, if not more, so we'll see. It is here. All right, quick grocery haul. Let's do a quick grocery haul. Number 1, Coke Zero, because why not? There is nothing wrong with artificial sweeteners in moderation, which 1 small can a day, if even that, it's not every day, is moderation. All right, I got some broccoli. Not sure yet what I'm gonna use it for, but I can put it in a lot of things, so just like a nice cruciferous green vegetable to have. Then I got 2 things of ground turkey. One I'm probably gonna meal prep to have taco bowls for lunches, and then another one just to have for dinner. Not sure yet what I'm gonna do. I might wanna make some meatballs for pasta, undecided. Then a lot of chicken breasts because we meal prep these a lot for lunches. So we're just gonna meal prep chicken that Ben puts just on top of like rice or in a wrap. I'll put it in salads. Great thing to have meal prepped in the fridge. And then I got, please don't tell me I got 2 of these because this is really big. I got an extra lean ground beef. Really hope that I got just one because I didn't think it was gonna be that big. I got bread. Oh, they didn't deliver the one I wanted. That's okay. This is very, very similar. So I love this bread, the same method bread. I think it's local to Quebec. I don't think you can find it anywhere else. But I really like this one. For 2 slices, it's only 120 calories with 6 grams of protein. So It's not a lot of protein, but it's also not a lot of calories, which is nice if you're cutting, if you kind of want to be able to enjoy bread daily, but are, you know, a little bit worried about it cutting too much into your calories. This can be a great option. They also have some, I think that's like 180 for 2 slices. That's like 9 or 10 grams of protein, which can be really good if like you're not worried about calories, you're more worried about getting your protein intake. Read the back of your bread. Bread can be an easy place to get an extra 10 grams of protein, like I just mentioned. Then we were out of olive oil, so I got some olive oil. Also got red wine vinegar. These two I combine for salad dressings a lot. I got some mushrooms that I'm going to put into pasta. Salsa for the taco bowls. 2 cans of black beans. Once again, meal prepping some taco bowls. And then we were low on peanut butter, so I got all natural peanut butter. Next, bag of spinach. Got some eggs for breakfast slash, like, I tend to make eggs for lunch, honestly, when I'm at home. I got a bag of this dill pickle salad, pre-made salad. Makes my life easy when I already have the chicken breast prepped and that in the fridge. Lunches take me 5 seconds. Then more produce. I got red peppers, green peppers. These go really well in taco bowls, in stir fries, in all kinds of things. 1 zucchini, because zucchini and mushrooms I think are the best combination of veggies to add into pasta. And then got a bunch of bananas, as well as a bunch of apples. So very simple, but I think very well-rounded. So I got a few protein sources between eggs, beef, chicken, turkey. I have some fish and shrimp already in the freezer, so super well-rounded in terms of protein. I got some carbs with the bread. I got produce, some beans also for carbs. Yeah, that's it. But that's really kind of, it's a bit of like a midweek reset in terms of groceries for us. And this is often the things that will end up going low a little bit. Eggs, sometimes chicken, maybe other meats, and then produce. So this is kind of usually like a second grocery run for the week where we just stock up on the things that we use up a little bit more. Okay, let's go over everything that I tracked for lunch. So first off, if you want to be really precise, which right now for me it sounds unimportant, but I did it for the sake of this video. I went in and actually tracked the spray that I use, the olive oil spray that I use. If you're just cautious about not using a lot, then whether you track it sometimes don't track it, I would say not the end of the world. Unless you feel like you're really plateauing, not seeing progress, then these little things can add up and then it can become important. But if you're kind of being a little bit more flexible with your tracking and using it more just to gain some insight, then you can be conscious of it, but not necessarily have to input it. But I did, which like only gave me 8 calories because I'm conscious about not abusing the oil. Then 2 slices of the bread, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of cottage cheese, of low-fat cottage cheese, and then I'm gonna do 3 of these slices of ham, which gives 50 calories and 10 grams of protein, which is amazing. And then 15 mLs of balsamic glaze, which is 34. So this, once I add the ham on top, is 400 calories. And now my protein for the day is at 91 already. Like I only need 37, no, my goal is higher than that. My goal is, let's say 140. Yeah, let's say my goal is 140, so then I only need 49 grams of protein, right? Which is not a lot. It's a little bit more than I tend to get for dinner, so this is why tracking is helpful, because now I know that if I rely just on dinner, I might be a little bit short. So I will bring a protein bar with me when I go to the visit so that I can have a snack in between kind of doing the visit and then making dinner later on. But so far, off to a really good track. If ever I still felt like I was too low, what I could have done here differently, like the easiest thing is add more of what makes sense. In this case, adding more ham is what makes the most sense because it's lean, so I can get a lot more protein without getting that many more calories. Or I could add like a 1/3 cup of egg whites on the side of this, and right there with either of those 2 options, I could gain an extra 5 to 10 grams of protein or more if need be. I could do both options, then gain like 15 to 20, which would be amazing. So it's important. The more you understand food, the easier it becomes to make these little choices about where to add, where to remove, what's the best option to add more of to kind of get more of what you want without getting necessarily more of everything. Like I wouldn't add a third egg because I don't want necessarily the fat that comes along with it, and a third egg would only give me like 6 grams of protein, so it's not that worthwhile to me. But egg whites, I'm gonna get more protein, all protein, and same with this, mostly protein. So gaining more knowledge when it comes to your food and tracking a little bit is going to give you that knowledge so you understand more which food sources have what in them. All right, little update on the full day of eating. Wow, I look bald like this. I have a bun. I just added one of these granola Build bars, which is 150 calories. Let me tell you, oh, it's right here. 150 calories with 15 protein. So this was my last snack of the day, and I'm about to get ready for dinner. So currently I'm at 1,230 calories with 106 protein. So that sounds pretty good to me. I think I'm at a great spot. I just have to decide what I want to make for dinner. All right, I'm gonna make pasta for dinner, and I thought I would take this opportunity to share with you guys a very common issue, struggle, question that I get when it comes to tracking. When you make like bigger meals, like example, a full pasta thing that you cook all together, like what do you do to track that and to still be somewhat accurate? So I'm gonna show you guys. So step one, I have chopped up my veggies. So I'm gonna measure all the veggies, although honestly, most of the time I don't track veggies because it's negligible, but for kind of the point of this learning experiment, we're gonna track everything. So I'm gonna go in here. So I'm gonna start by measuring. I'm gonna grab this. All right, so same as usual, put the plate, click on the tear button so it goes down to 0. So I'm gonna measure all of this. So in total, I'm making 224 grams of mushrooms. So what I'm going to do, let me see if I can show you guys on camera. So once I go on myfitnesspal, so what you wanna do, click on the 3 dots at the bottom. I don't know if you can see very well, but 3 dots, and then you're going to go into meals, recipes, and foods, and then you go into my recipes, create a recipe. So here, add ingredients manually. Here you're going to input your entire recipe. So I'm gonna start, so recipe, I'm gonna put mushroom, zucchini, pasta, whatever, and then, so what you can do, right now I don't know how many people this is going to serve, but let's say I'm planning on making a meal for 2 people. If you were meal prepping in bulk for like 5 people, then you could put however. So servings here, so I'm gonna write 2 servings. So what that's gonna do is that every time I then go to input this meal into one of my food vlogs, my diaries, it's going to ask me how many servings. If I leave it as 1, then it's going to put half of everything that I put into this recipe. So it makes your life really, really easy. So I'm gonna go in here. So let's add mushrooms. So here they have it in cups and grams. I want grams, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do 100. So we're gonna put 250, let's say. 250 grams, right? Because that's about what I had. I had 224, so 225. Perfect. So now I just added my mushrooms. Perfect. So I'm gonna do the same thing afterwards with the zucchinis. Perfect. Okay, so just to show you how negligible it is, like all of my mushrooms and all of my zucchini combined is like 75 calories. So that's gonna be like 30 something calories per person. Like negligible, but whatever, we're doing it. We're being precise. So here I have an idea of how much I think we need for 2 people. I usually have about 125 grams. Ben is gonna have closer to 200 grams. So I'm gonna put extra lean ground beef in the search bar. Perfect. So I'm gonna go, let's say I'm gonna do almost 3. I'm gonna do 325. That should make a good amount of sense. And then I'm gonna make sure that I measure that out. Do the same thing for the pasta. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to measure it out dry, because I'm going to use the ingredient list on the back to get an idea of how many carbs, how many calories I want per portion. So based off of this, I'm going to find out how much I should be eating if I want a certain amount of calories or carbs. Then I'm going to weigh it out and track it. So keep it really simple. Throw in a little bit of garlic powder, salt, pepper, and some basil, I think. And then I'm going to go see what pasta sauce I have in the pantry.
Thank you for doing that.
Alright guys, so yesterday my camera died, I think right as I was filming putting dinner together. After that we went outside, had some fun, and then we came back in. I had one of these fudge bars, which is 90 calories. It says low fat, probably pretty high in sugar. Let's see. 90 calories, 1.5 fat, 19 carbs, 13 sugar, yep, and 3 protein. So with all of that, I end up at 1,800 calories for the day with 150 grams of protein. So there we have it. This was a good day. I hope that you guys found it helpful to see a little bit how I'm tracking, kind of like my tracking tips and how I make it easy. Like in total for this day, tracking didn't take me more than an extra probably 5-6 minutes in the entire day. So if you have goals when it comes to either fat loss or muscle building, nutrition plays such a big role. So if you've never tried seriously consistently tracking, for a short term it can be so beneficial to give you maybe the insight that you're missing, or just kind of the accountability and the structure that you're missing with your nutrition to be able to see those goals that you want and those results that you want. So if you want more videos like this, please let me know. I love sharing what I eat. It's never meant as something to like to imitate or to say that this is the best way or the only way. It's simply just examples, because I remember a time where I had no idea what to make. Like I had an understanding of what was healthy, but it doesn't mean that I knew how to kind of take all of that and like strategically put together meals. Now for me, it's second nature. I love it. I enjoy it. It's part of my job to think about fun meals, to make new meals. So if you want to see more full days like this with or without tracking, please let me know. I'm also considering maybe going in a pretty light, like 8-week cut. Nothing too crazy, but just to kind of lean out a little bit, feel a little bit more confident. I've been a little bit more relaxed and flexible with what I've been eating since Mexico. So I'm a little bit fluffier than I would like to, and that by all means is just me being competitive. I'm not saying that I'm overweight. I'm not saying that I need to lose fat, but it's my body. If I want to look a certain way to be competitive with myself, I think that's also okay. It's personal preference. As long as you don't feel the need to lose fat because of pressure from anyone else or from society, that's fine. For me, this is a big part of my life. I enjoy it. It's a part of like my job in a sense, you know, like I like showing this. I like using it as a learning experience. Like I would share it on YouTube. I'd probably share it on TikTok just to kind of help people. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, if I do that, please let me know, and I can make like a weekly vlog week by week on how things are going. And that way you can see that there are ups, there are downs, there are days where I'm absolutely not going to respect my deficit. There are days where I'm going to have to strategize to fulfill my deficit, which I know was the case last time, but it ended up being a positive experience last time, so I'm willing to document it again. So let me know. But I think I'm gonna end the video today. Right now it's Thursday afternoon. It's a beautiful day, so I think I'm gonna go work outside a little bit, just do some editing, do a little bit of client work. And yeah, let me know if you guys wanna see that. And then any other video requests, as always, in the comments, very much appreciated. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope it inspired you. I hope you learned something, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Bye!